These are the 20 new technology trends that will define the future. Number 20, agentic AI systems. AI isn't just responding to prompts anymore, it's starting to take actions. Agentic AI refers to systems that can plan, reason, and execute multi-step tasks without constant human guidance. Instead of waiting for instructions at every step, they can decide what needs to happen next and carry it out. Projections suggest that by 2028, about 33% of enterprise software could include agentic AI, with roughly 15% of day-to-day work decisions handled autonomously. This marks a shift from AI as an assistant to AI acting more like an operator inside business workflows. Number 19, AI operating systems for businesses. AI is moving from being a tool to becoming the layer that coordinates how companies operate. Instead of sitting inside one department, AI systems are connecting workflows, analytics, reporting, and execution across teams. Global investment in private AI exceeding $109.1 billion in 2024. While enterprise adoption jumped from 55% to 78% in a single year. By 2025, 78% of enterprises report using AI. At that level, AI stops being experimental and starts functioning more like core infrastructure that helps manage how decisions and processes flow across organizations. Number 18, autonomous supply chains. This shift extends beyond software into the physical world. Traditional supply chains rely on human forecasting and manual coordination. Autonomous supply chains aim to monitor conditions continuously, predict disruptions early, and reroute logistics without waiting for human intervention. An Accenture survey of 1,000 executives found that 66% plan to advance supply chain autonomy by 2035. This matters because supply chains are where delays become visible quickly. From empty shelves to shipping backlogs, real-time decision-making inside logistics networks help reduce disruptions and stabilize how goods move across markets. Number 17, financial AI co-pilots. Finance is one of the most data-heavy environments in any organization, which makes it a natural entry point for AI. We're seeing systems assist with budgeting, forecasting, risk analysis, and real-time spending insights directly inside finance workflows. Research indicates that about 80% of finance teams are expected to deploy at least one AI-enabled solution by 2026, up from 37% in 2023. Finance departments typically change slowly, so this adoption curve is notable. Predictive systems that constantly analyze financial data can increase the speed and consistency of planning and risk decisions. Number 16, digital sovereignty technology. This trend is less about companies and more about countries. Governments are investing in their own AI models, cloud infrastructure, and semiconductor supply chains to reduce reliance on foreign technology. Estimates suggest full digital sovereignty in parts of Europe could cost around 3.6 trillion euros, including about 408 billion euros for advanced chip fabs and another 200 billion for supply chains. And Europe currently produces only about 10% of the world's chips. Control over compute, data infrastructure, and chip manufacturing is increasingly treated as a matter of economic and national security. 15. Algorithmic governance. Algorithms are increasingly used inside government systems to support decision-making in public services. International benchmarks show about 70% of participating countries already use AI to improve internal operations. During the pandemic, Norway's Labor and Welfare Administration deployed a chatbot called Frida that handled roughly 80% of social benefit inquiries without human staff. This is a practical example of algorithmic governance, where automation helps manage eligibility checks, service responses, and routine administrative work across public sector systems. Number 14, synthetic data generation. AI training is shifting towards synthetic data. Instead of relying only on real user information, Organizations are generating data sets to protect privacy and scale training faster. Analysts predicted that by 2024, about 60% of data used in AI and analytics projects would be synthetic, with expectations it could become the primary training source by 2030. When models generate the data used to train future systems, improvement cycles accelerate without needing massive new data collection. Number 13, zero UI software. Some software is being designed to disappear into the background. Zero UI systems remove dashboards and repeated clicks, allowing tasks to run automatically based on context, voice, or behavior. The zero UI market was valued at about $27.3 billion in 2024 and is projected to reach roughly $145.3 billion by 2034, growing at around 18% annually. Instead of interacting with interfaces, users increasingly interact with outcomes, while software handles execution behind the scenes. Number 12, energy-aware computing. As AI workloads grow, electricity is becoming a real constraint. Energy-aware computing focuses on systems that adjust performance based on power cost, grid demand, and efficiency targets instead of always running at full capacity. The International Energy Agency warns that data centers could account for over 20% of electricity demand growth in advanced economies by 2030. When computing demand directly affects national energy usage, infrastructure decisions begin balancing performance with cost and sustainability. Number 11, robotics as a service, RaaS. Automation is shifting from ownership to subscription. Robotics as a service lets companies deploy robots without large upfront purchases, paying instead for ongoing access and maintenance. The market is valued at roughly $2.21 billion in 2025 and projected to reach $14.56 billion by 2035, growing at roughly 21% annually. Lower entry costs change adoption patterns. When automation becomes an operating expense instead of a capital investment, more industries can experiment with robotic labor for logistics, manufacturing, and repetitive physical tasks. Number 10, AI-generated entertainment universes. Content creation is entering a phase where full digital experiences can be generated on demand. Generative systems are already producing music, visuals, game assets, and story environments at scale. The generative AI in media sector is projected to grow from about $1.41 billion in 2023 to roughly $11.57 billion by 2033, with growth above 26%. As production becomes partially automated, the volume of available content expands quickly, reshaping how audiences discover and divide attention. Number 9, spatial computing beyond VR. Spatial computing is moving digital interfaces out of flat screens and into real environments. Instead of existing only inside headsets, persistent digital objects and controls can be anchored to physical space. The market is estimated at about $3.98 billion in 2025 and projected to reach roughly $23.45 billion by 2030, growing over 40% annually. Rather than opening an app, information can appear within the user's surroundings, blending physical and digital workflows. Number 8, post-smartphone interfaces. The smartphone has been the main gateway to digital life for years, but alternative interfaces are expanding. Voice-first systems, wearables, ambient computing, and early brain-computer interface research all aim to reduce reliance on traditional screens. The broader neurotechnology and interface market is estimated at about $168.27 billion in 2025. Phones are unlikely to disappear soon, but interaction models are shifting toward more passive, embedded, and hands-free computing. Number 7, attention engineering. Technology is increasingly designed around one scarce resource: human attention. Attention engineering refers to systems optimized to capture and hold focus at scale. Research shows average continuous screen attention dropped from about 2.5 minutes in 2004 to roughly 47 seconds today, with a median near 40 seconds. These shorter engagement windows shape how platforms design feeds, notifications, and content pacing, often prioritizing immediate engagements over longer interactions. Number 6, trustless verification systems. A growing class of systems can verify truth without exposing the underlying data. Techniques like zero-knowledge proofs allow one party to confirm a claim without revealing why, and are already used in parts of blockchain infrastructure for privacy-preserving authentication. The broader shift is structural. Identity, credentials, and reputation can be verified without relying on a central authority, moving routine trust checks from paperwork to cryptography while keeping sensitive information private. Number 5, AI-driven drug discovery pipelines. Drug discovery has traditionally taken years. AI is compressing early research timelines. At Oxford's Drug Discovery Institute, AI evaluated 54 immune-related genes tied to Alzheimer's in days instead of weeks. In silico medicines, AI-designed fibrosis drug reached human trials in under 18 months, where similar paths often take about 4 years. By analyzing massive biological data sets, AI can narrow promising targets faster and shorten the earliest stages of new treatment development. Number 4, programmable biology. Biology is increasingly treated like an engineering platform. Advances in synthetic biology allow scientists to design cells, materials, and production pathways with precision. Some analyses estimate that up to 60% of tangible inputs in the global economy could eventually be produced biologically. Cellular agriculture methods have also shown potential to cut greenhouse emissions by as much as 96% compared with conventional beef, pointing toward biofabrication replacing parts of traditional manufacturing. Number 3, neurotechnology for mental performance. Technology is beginning to interact more directly with cognitive function. A 2024 randomized study involving nearly 400 older adults found that transcranial direct current stimulation combined with cognitive training improved depression and anxiety systems, with benefits lasting at a 1-year follow-up. These non-invasive approaches aim to influence focus, mood, and memory, showing that mental performance is becoming something technology can measure and affect with increasing precision. Number 2, AI-powered personal digital twins. AI-powered personal digital twins are persistent digital representations that can manage communication, scheduling, and routine decisions based on learned preferences. Market projections estimate the digital avatar and digital twin sector at about $18.19 billion in 2023. growing to roughly $270.61 billion by 2030. If software can model habits and priorities accurately, some everyday decisions may be delegated, reducing how much constant attention is needed to manage daily digital tasks. Number 1. Human skill obsolescence acceleration. Across industries, the lifespan of skills is getting shorter. Analyses based on the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs research suggest that about 39% of existing skills are expected to change or become obsolete within 5 years. At the same time, job creation and displacement are projected to affect more than 1/5 of current roles by 2030. This does not mean work disappears. It means the pace of change increases. When technology evolves faster than traditional education cycles, long-term relevance depends less on what someone learned once and more on how quickly they can adapt repeatedly. If you made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below.